what is up? It is Snitchery. How you doing? We recently just passed the anniversary of the Craft movie, so I decided to rewatch it because I hadn't seen it in a long time, and I was shocked by how similar I looked to Nancy. Like right now, you guys might not be able to see it, and it's kind of hard for me to see it too. Right? But we're gonna get there. I have the makeup, I have the hair, not right now, and I have the costume. So we're gonna see how close I can get to this character. But first, this video is exciting because it is sponsored not only by any old schmojo. What is the any old Joe? Your girl is sponsored by Sephora Collection. Now, I've worked with Sephora Collection before in the past on some of their launches. One of their really colorful, I think it was an ice cream launch that they had like 2 years ago. We are going to be deep diving into the Sephora Collection Pro Brushes Kit. Now, these brushes are formulated for professional makeup artists, which is something I am not, but I do always appreciate and really see the difference between professional artistry tools and makeup and non-professional tools and makeup. Brushes are just one of those things where like you could be the most talented makeup artist in the world, but if you're trying to apply your makeup with a janky brush, like obviously it's not going to go on smooth and silky and seamless and flawless. You really do need those high quality tools. These are all vegan, which is bomb. And the cool thing I think they did is that they brought the pro line to the consumer, and not only that, they made it really easy for people like me and potentially people like you who are not professional makeup artists by categorizing all of the brushes, where each brush, if you can see, has a little description of what it's supposed to be used for. I think this is so incredibly handy. There are 30 brushes total, and they're categorized into eyes, face, and foundation. Every single brush that I use in this video will be from the Sephora Collection Pro brush line, and every product that I use in this video can also be found at Sephora. I am freaking excited, but before that, if you've never seen my face before and you'd like to ever see it again, we'd love to have you subscribe down below. We've been growing quick, ladies, ever since I came back from my little break. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me on this little video journey. It means the world. All right, let me go ahead and wipe off my forehead and we will get into this. Okay, so when I was taking off my makeup, I managed to scratch myself. You guys aren't even level. You're lopsided. So of the foundation brushes, I think I'm going to go for Pro Foundation Brush number 4. This is actually Pro Foundation Brush number 64. I don't know where the 6 went. Sorry. That says it's best for an airbrushed finish, and that is the one that's most enticing to me. I think I already mentioned that these brushes are vegan, but they do feel really nice. A little bit of my Fenty foundation. This is the Pro Filter Longwear Hydrating Foundation. Oh, whoa. Wow, this is so much softer than I anticipated it to be. This feels really nice. Like, I feel like that really did give me sort of an airbrushed moment. My forehead's never looked better. I'm gonna go into the Pro Powder number 50 brush, which is considered best for all over powder application. We'll set her, and then we'll get into the makeup. So here is the Pro 50 brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of my Anastasia powder, set my forehead so it's not shinier than the rest of my face. Okay, so I think the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is my brows, because these are kind of what I'm dreading the most. I feel like I'm gonna mess up this look before it even gets off the ground by like completely butchering these brows. So I'm gonna take the Pro Brow 20 brush and at the very least lift up all my hairs and dig into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette, because there's this color. Actually just gonna sort of guide my brow in the direction I want it to go using powder. Following the line of my lower hairs and sort of trying to lift them. Now I'm gonna bring the black from the lower corner of my brow to the upper corner of the top of my brow, if that makes any sense. So a line from here to here, missing this section, and then really curve out the arch. I found that drawing the line from here to here kind of helps lift your brow just with pigment, as does brushing up your hair. I will say this brush is doing an incredible job. I was holding my breath the entire time, but I think we got some Nancy brows going. I'm going to be taking my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter and flicking the hairs up and out. So next I think I want to contour. I also think this is going to be the easiest step of the entire tutorial because Nancy and I already have very similar features. We kind of have the same head shape already, so I'm not going to be going in too hard. I think I'm mostly going to concentrate on these areas right here because the forehead is a little shorter than mine, but that's about it. I'm going to go into Pro Blush number 96. This is described as building coverage, but I think it's the right size for what I need. I'm going to take one of the new NARS bronzers, if I can show you guys. This is in the shade Laguna Matte. I really like these brushes, guys. They're really soft, but they're still kind of dense. They're dense enough where you're gonna get pigment deposited, but you're not gonna get that patchy application when you have like crappy brushes. And then as I'm moving along, I'm gonna be going back into that number 50 brush just to buff everything out. I am not looking like Nancy yet, and I kind of just assumed I would start doing my makeup and just start looking like her, and it's not happening. Now, Fairuza Balk, the actress who plays Nancy in The Craft, has kind of a similar nose to me, but her bridge is a little thinner, so I'm just gonna go ahead and touch the bridge of my nose, which is the opposite of what I normally do. Normally I put 2 little lines here. This time, y'all, can you guys tell I'm not feeling confident? Can you tell I'm nervous about this? Okay, first I'm gonna go in with the number 45 brush. I'm sorry, I know this is for concealer, but it also says for targeted application, and I need targeted application. I'm gonna take that same NARS matte bronzer, even though it's a little orangey, and I'm just going to deposit a little bit of pigment right here. If you can see what I'm doing, I'm actually sort of building in a U shape because I want the bridge to be a little thinner, but I don't want to lose volume on the bottom of my nose. So if you can see this side of my nose, just this side looks like I have a thin bridge and it's coming out to a wide snout. I'm doing that same sort of U shape on the other side, and then I'm just gonna bring the pigment out like this so that they're almost backwards facing L's. I'm gonna take another concealer brush, sorry, the Pro Concealer 71 brush, buff that color out. So in The Crafts, Nancy has a very iconic red lip. It's a dark red, a color that shockingly I don't have in my possession right now. I don't have a dark red lipstick that I can find, most of my makeup being in New York and me being quarantined in Virginia. So we're gonna be doing a little extra work, but that's all right. Milk OG red lipstick. This is bright. This is a bright, like, it's a red. One thing I am gonna be doing today is not overlining my lips at all, which is gonna make me really sad. So before I second guess my choices, let's deepen up this red because this is not giving me Nancy. The first product I'm gonna try is this NARS Velvet Matte Lip Pencil. This is in the shade Zipped. That is a little bit better, but still not great. So I'm gonna take the same concealer brush. This is what I'm saying, y'all. You can use brushes for multiple things. This is the number 45 that I use for my nose contour, and I'm actually gonna go into this black shade, and I'm gonna pop it into the edges of my lips and blend it up and in. I'm gonna give it to Miss Sephora Collection. This brush is very targeted application. See how much darker my upper lip looks now compared to my bottom lip? I'm gonna go ahead and match the bottom lip. This used to be like my go-to way of changing my lip colors, is just adding eyeshadow to the corners. Okay, now I do think we've achieved that really vampy red. It doesn't look like Nancy wears any blush in The Craft, but I do wanna add just like a tiny bit of pigment to my cheek. I'm heading back into the Pro 96 brush. This shade and this shade out of the Too Faced Natural Face Palette, and I'm only gonna focus on the outer edge of my face. I don't really want it to look super blushy head on, but I do feel like I need a little bit of pigment to bring life back to my face. All right, what I am extremely nervous about is I have small eyes to begin with, all right? I'm a little rat-eyed queen. So I think when I put a ring of black around my eyes, that's gonna be actually really deeply problematic. I also just looked back at Nancy's reference photo, and it looks like her brows are much closer together. So I'm gonna take my little Kush pen here and just bring my brows in further. Lately, what I've been doing for primer is just putting a little bit of foundation. I feel like it works just as well. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Because I travel so much, I, over the past year or so, have really just started using the same products for multiple different, this is kind of a look. Anyway, the same product for multiple different things. I'm going to start with the Pro Crease number 26. I'm gonna take the shade Rustic and just pop it all over my eye. Normally, to be completely honest with you guys, I would just go right in with the black, but I'm kind of stalling. And while I don't know if Nancy herself had a transition color like this or if she just had black eyeshadow, it almost looks like she's just literally wearing black shadow. I think I'll be very happy to have a transition color when I deposit that black down. This is a great brush for laying down this sort of product. I am not working at all. And if you're somebody who does your makeup all the time, you know what I mean when you say sometimes you really gotta work for your makeup and sometimes it just comes to you. These brushes are making a lot of the makeup that I normally have to work for just kind of come to me. I wish I could leave my face like this. I know the black shadow is gonna make my eyes look so small and ratty. I already know. I'm sad at the thought. Okay, I'm heading back into my number 13. This is my packing brush. Let's do it. One thing that might be a saving grace is that Anastasia Beverly Hills does make a mean, oh, I already see it happening. There's a reason why I don't wear this type of makeup, and you guys will see it near immediately. Anyway, they make a nice eyeshadow, so I won't have to do too much work with blending, which is nice. As I'm going, I'm gonna be taking my number 50 brush and just brushing off fallout as well. I'm gonna go ahead and pack on the bottom as well. Okay, if you guys are thinking I'm being over dramatic thus far and you're like, your eyes don't look that small, what is the tea? Just wait until I connect the black of my inner corner to the bottom. That's when the disaster strikes, okay? Literally, what did I tell you? Like, what did I tell you? I'm hoping we can write her again with some blending. So I'm going back into the number 26 brush that I used to distribute that transition color, and I'm just going to blend this out. All right, I think we have one eye done. I'm gonna do my other eye and I'll be back. Okay. I'm fucking with this. I lied, y'all. I literally lied. I just hadn't tried doing this makeup in a really long time, and either I've gotten better at makeup or my face has changed dramatically because this look kind of slaps. I'm gonna add some of my mascara. This is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara, and I'm gonna coat every lash, which I normally don't do. Like, am I crazy or am I starting to dead ass look like her? I'm starting to look like her. I'm starting to look like her. I'm excited now. Holy shit, I do. Do I even need to put on falsies for this look? I honestly don't think so. I'm freaking myself out. Okay, so Nancy does have a mole on the side where she doesn't have a nose ring. So my nose ring's on this side. I'm gonna move this earring to the other side. I really look like this bitch. All right, should we use one of the Sephora brushes? I think yes. Let's use the number 20, the one we use for our brows. I'm gonna go into just any old brown shade. Oh, I just put it out without meaning to. All right, that's where it'll be. I literally feel like Nancy. But things don't stop here. Okay, y'all, I put in my contacts and I did my hair and I'm wearing the outfit. You aren't ready. Ah! I feel like this is the cosplay where I've used the most of myself in the costume, which is actually really cool, but like, I did go ahead and clean up some of my makeup while I was off camera. My eyebrows especially, I realized were very different in the reference pic than what I had done, so I went ahead and shortened the tails a little bit. I drew on a widow's peak, y'all. I am literally obsessed with this look. Like, I would wear this all together. Thank you so much to Sephora Collection for sponsoring this video. I was thoroughly impressed, I'm sure you guys could tell, with the quality of the brushes, and I'm so excited to continue using them in my YouTube videos. Of course, this is a sponsored video, but they really are super, super nice, and I've been on the hunt for new brushes forever, so you guys will be seeing more of them. Also want to mention that you guys should check out Sephora Collection in general. They have this pro brush collection, obviously, but they also have a ton of other makeup. I mean, literally everything under the sun, any type of makeup you can think of, Sephora Collection offers. It's all a really reasonable price. You could recreate this entire look using probably exclusively Sephora Collection products, and a lot of them that are currently in New York where I'm not quarantined are some of my faves. Thank you guys for watching to the end of this video. If you made it to the end, leave a skull down below, a skull emoji for my girl Nancy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!